$10,000. For most Americans, that number feels impossible. In fact, studies show that only 1 in 3 Americans has $10,000 or more saved right now. But here's what nobody tells you about that number. The moment your savings account hits $10,000, the rules of money completely change. Not a little, not gradually, completely. And if you don't know what those new rules are, you will waste one of the most powerful financial moments of your life. Getting from $0 to $1,000 is hard. Getting from $1,000 to $10,000 is a war. Because somewhere around $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, your brain starts playing tricks on you. I have enough now. I deserve a vacation. The stock market is too risky. This is called lifestyle creep, and it kills more wealth-building journeys than any financial crisis ever has. The people who push through to $10,000 ignore that voice, and what's waiting on the other side of that wall is a completely different financial life. Here is the moment everything changes. Below $10,000, you are working for money. Above $10,000, money starts working for you. At a 4.5% high-yield savings account, $10,000 earns you about $450 per year doing absolutely nothing. That's around $37 every single month just for having it sit there. That sounds small. But think about what just happened. Your money made money without you lifting a finger. This is the beginning of passive income. At $10,000, new doors begin to open. Many investment opportunities become easier to access. A $10,000 portfolio invested in a diversified stock market fund, earning an average annual return over the long term, can grow dramatically through compound growth. In 10 years, it could become about $25,900. In 20 years, around $67,000. In 30 years, nearly $175,000. And that's without adding another dollar. That's the power of compounding. Here's something nobody talks about. $10,000 doesn't just change your bank account, it changes your entire life. Because when you have $10,000, you stop making decisions out of desperation. You can leave a job that's making you miserable. You can walk away from a bad deal. You can negotiate with confidence. You stop living in fear of every unexpected expense. That money becomes leverage, and leverage changes everything. Here's an uncomfortable truth. Wealth doesn't grow in a straight line. The more money you have invested, the more opportunities you have for it to grow. Over long periods of time, consistent investing and compound returns can create surprisingly large results. That's why the early years feel slow. But eventually, the curve begins to bend upward, and that's when wealth starts accelerating. So what should you do when you finally reach $10,000? First, keep part of it as an emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. Second, begin investing according to your long-term financial plan, using tax-advantaged accounts if they're available to you. Third, treat $10,000 as a financial milestone, not a finish line. From that point on, every extra dollar should have a job. Save it. Invest it. Let it grow. Most people spend their entire lives below $10,000, not because it's impossible, but because they never realize what becomes possible after reaching it. Now you know.